shanties together. Meditation this morning. Yesterday we started a section of the Yoga Sutras that begins a deeper exploration of samadhi and the different stages of samadhi. And samadhi is, it simply just means absorption. And the ultimate absorption is the wave of the sea dissolves in the sea. And it's nice to think of what are some times in day-to-day life, even where you feel a simple sense of deep connection and absorption. And some things that come to my mind are when I watch a beautiful sunrise or sunset and everything just stands still and I feel very connected to the universe. Or maybe just went for a long walk and my mind got quiet and I feel very connected, absorbed in the universe, the divine hand behind it all. And so you might even just bring to mind the last time you felt something like that, or something that you tend to feel on a regular basis, so you try to create that experience for yourself regularly so you feel that connection. And we'll explore it further as we meditate today. So let's begin with this sutra. You can repeat after me. Tatra Sabda-artha-jnana-vikalpaih samkirna savitarka samapattih. And just say it one more time. Tatra Sabda-artha-jnana-vikalpaih samkirna savitarka samapattih. And this sutra translates as Shabda means words or sound. Artha means the meaning. Jnana means knowledge. Vikalpa means imagination or conceptualization. Samkirna means mixed. Savitarka, with thought. And samapattih, cognitive blending. So savitarka samapattih is the first stage of samadhi or absorption. And we can differentiate samadhi from the simply meditation or concentration. In samadhi, we've got into this state of deep concentration where we're already absorbed. And in this stage of samadhi, the words or the sound of the words, the artha, the meaning of that word, and the jnana, the knowledge, the associations we have with that word, there's a blending of the three. So we can think of, say, Kapalabhati, our first breathing technique. There's the word, the name of that breathing technique, and the sound of it, which we know to be, so Kapalabhati is a specific breathing technique. And then what that means, what the actual technique is, the breathing technique as we practice it, is the artha. And then the knowledge of it, jnana, is our association with that technique. Maybe we know that technique brings me this result. We have some association with that technique over our past history. And so these three things, typically at first in the mind, they all blend together. And in this phase of samadhi, all three of these things are blended together, where gradually we can separate them apart and see them individually. So let's go ahead and do Kapalabhati. And you can even just have an awareness. At first it probably took some time to learn the name of this breathing technique. Probably wasn't familiar before doing yoga. And then at first it probably required some concentration to learn how to do that technique. And then to develop an association of what the effect of this technique does for us. And then gradually, after practicing it day after day, year after year, we have this association. If I do this technique, it'll take me to this place. And that's a beautiful quality of the mind that we can remember. And even sometimes just by hearing the word, it already has taken us to that place. So we'll go ahead and do Kapalabhati. And with this one, if you're not familiar with it, you'll draw your diaphragm up and under your rib cage. Short exhales. Exhale down to empty. Slowly, full exhale. And then a nice slow inhale. Bringing your breath all the way to the top. Pause at the top and enjoy in the full place. Exhale when you're ready. And take a few deep breaths, just enjoying whatever after effect is there. Kapalabhati means bringing a glow to the brain. And that's the Shabda, the name of the word. And there's the actual technique, the process of the short exhales, which takes some effort, but in and of itself that feels good. And now here's the after effect, which could be different and new each day. And yet, over days of practicing it, we see a common thread, a common theme. We start to associate this after effect with that technique. And that's the jnana, the knowledge of this technique. Gradually, the natural process of our mind is to blend all three. And we'll do another set of Kapalabhati, starting to separate those out. Exhale all the way down to empty. Nice slow inhale. Stay there at the top in the full place. And exhale when you're ready. A few deep in-between breaths. Just enjoying whatever sensations come up. And then we'll move into alternate nostril breathing. Take your right thumb, close off your right nostril. Exhale, left side. Inhale, same side. Close off your left side and exhale right. Inhale, same. Exhale, opposite. Keep going. Just letting your mind completely rest in your breath as it moves slowly along either side of the spine, through both hemispheres of the brain. Just allowing yourself to become completely absorbed in the breath. Finish with your next exhale on your left side. Take some deep breaths out of both sides. And just enjoying whatever after effect there is. And if you have practiced this technique many times before, you can even think of what meaning you attach to this particular technique, what association you have with it that's automatically there when you hear the name of it. I will move into Soham meditation. With the inhale, allow the sound So to rise all the way up. And with the exhale, hum all the way back down. And keep going at your own pace. Letting your mind completely rest into the mantra, into the feeling of your breath moving up and down. And bring your attention to your third eye center, a relaxed gaze. And perhaps this effort of trying to focus on the mantra, the breath, and where to put your attention. The effort of holding our attention is dharana. Perhaps that slips into a more passive state, where our attention just stays there. When we become absorbed in the peace of this moment. Just me, my breath, the mantra as a seat for my mind. And finally, as we go into a little period of silent meditation, you can bring your palm space up as a gesture of being receptive, as the technique is just a means for us to reach this receptive state where we can be completely present and start to experience a sense of absorption. And so we'll take a few moments in silence just to enjoy the present moment in place of absorption. Where I feel that divine hand that's orchestrating everything, including bringing me here to this moment. And as we start to come out of silent meditation, still keep your attention there, savoring that place of absorption. And possibly think of something you do on a regular basis that brings you this sense of absorption. Or something that you could do more of. And is it possible to do more of that even today? To come back to this place? And then the second thing to think of throughout the day today, with that association we have, the mind can use this for the positive to help us find absorption, this matching up or association of the word, its meaning, and the knowledge of previous associations. The mind can also use this in a way that's not so productive. It's something to pay attention to today throughout the day. What associations we have with certain experiences that might not be current, we can create new associations with. And in closing, we'll chant this sutra a couple more times. Together and start our Monday morning this way.